is Tammy. Thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be decorating a glass can. These were purchased off of Amazon. It came in a pack of 6. They come with the bamboo lids and the glass straws. Okay, the design that I chose today, I purchased off of Etsy. I downloaded it off of Etsy and put it into my Cricut design space. We'll show you how to go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna load up our Cricut mat and cut the vinyl on the Cricut and weed it and put the design, transfer the design to the glass. All right, so without further ado, come on, let's get started. Okay, today we are in Cricut design space because we are going to cut out through some vinyl on the Cricut our design that will go on our glass can. So I am in Cricut design space now, and I'm going to click on new project up at the top right hand corner, and I'm going to hit upload. And I've already, designed. I've already have a design that I purchased off of Etsy with some hearts that I want to go ahead and use. So I'm going to click on that to highlight it. And then I'm going to hit over here, the bottom right hand corner, add to canvas. Okay. And so when you hit add to canvas, because when I purchased this design, I purchased it specifically. I Googled on Etsy for 16 ounce glass can tumbler wraps. And so that's what I have. So I'm not going to mess with the dimensions on it because this is 9.43 by 4.13 in inches. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that as is. I'm going to go ahead and click over here to make it. And so right here, it's going to put it on your mat. And we don't need to mirror it because with just regular vinyl, you don't have to mirror the image. It's going to be as it appears. You're just going to be laying it on top of something. When you do heat transfer vinyl, that's when you have to mirror it because once you weed it, the information or the design has to be flipped. So it has to be put on in reverse. But here we have the design. I'm going to go ahead and load my vinyl on my Cricut and then go ahead and load it on the machine, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've gone on ahead and loaded some burgundy vinyl on my Cricut 12 by 12 standard grip mat. The light over here, if you can see it, the little C is blinking. That's where we're going to go ahead and press that, and then it's going to begin to cut your design. So once this finishes cutting, we'll go ahead and unload, and we'll go over to the table, and then we'll weed it and put it on the cup. Stay tuned. Okay, so we are back, and the Cricut has done its job and it has cut out everything. I'm not sure if you're able to see there, but we are going to begin the weeding process on this. And what I do is I usually just take one end and gently peel it back. Oops. Sometimes stuff comes off that you don't want to come off here. There we go. Let's put this back on here. Oops, don't want all that off. Alrighty, I run into a snag. Let's get the rest of this. where it's supposed to be. And to make it easier, I am going to take some scissors, since there is a lot of this. Get rid of some of this. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but the very edge of this is coming up and I don't want it to. So I am going to use this weeding tool to keep it down. And we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the rest of this. And I can go back with the tweezers and fix that piece. And there we have it. So I'll just go back in with the tweezers and then we'll just pick this piece up to where it should be. And there we go. Okay. Sometimes to get the finer pieces, which this has a lot of the finer pieces on it, you can use a light board, and it has different brightness, levels of brightness, so it's easier for you to pick out. And with these, this big piece of the heart comes out, but the letters should remain. Okay, there we go. And then on the side here, you have a piece that has to come out. There we go. And it just gives that heart more of a three-dimensional look. Okay? So I'm not gonna make you watch me do this because it's tedious, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish weeding this, and then we're going to put our transfer tape on, and then I'm going to show you how we go ahead and adhere it to the glass jar. Stay tuned. Okay, so we are back, and I have done that tedious work of weeding out all of the negative that was not supposed to be there. And here we have our final product. I have torn, or I have cut a piece of Sizer not heat transfer, but Sizer transfer paper. You have to, when you use vinyl, it doesn't have that top layer like heat transfer vinyl does on there, so you have to use a transfer paper. And so what I'm gonna do is just place that on there as such. I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to just use this little squeegee. Make sure that it picks up the vinyl. Just do that a couple times. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and put this aside. Let's cut that off. Set that aside. And now we're going to bring in our glass can, and we're going to go ahead and lift the top of the vinyl up. I want to make sure that it picks up everything. This is the hard part. And sometimes you'll have to squeegee it through. Sometimes it's just getting that one initial side up, and then the rest of it will pretty much follow suit. go. Okay. An S coming out. But some of the letters do come up, so you just have to reapply pressure. And this may take some time, you guys, so rather than have you sit here and watch me do all of this, I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera, and I'll come back when it's all on here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put it on that glass can, okay? Stay tuned. Okay, guys, we finally got the back of that transfer paper off of there, and we got it transferred on here as such. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our glass jar, and we're just going to start. We're going to go, actually, I'm going to take it so that you guys can see it. I'm going to use these grid lines, make sure it's straight, and in between the top and the bottom, we're just going to go ahead and lay that down. I think it's a little crooked, but hey, we're not perfect. And I am taking the letters off with my hand. Oh, goodness. Okay, this happens, guys. This happens. So let me put the O back for the X and the O. Got a couple of letters that came off on my fingers as I was applying this to the jar. I just want to make sure that they are back where they belong. This stuff is sticky. And then here is the S on my finger for Bestie. We'll just put that back down here. Okay, and we'll try not to touch it. Let's see if we can maybe just roll it. And I just want to make sure that this does not overlap on this. Okay, so you begin to take the transfer tape off, learning that there is a knack to taking that transfer tape off. If you pull it down on an angle, you're likely to get better results and not lose some of your letters, but not always the case. Alrighty. See if that helps. There we go. Lost an H. Let's pull that on an angle. There we go. Got my H back. And there we have it. Not straight, but it'll do. Okay, and so then we'll just put the lid back on here. And the straw goes in there as such. And there we have it, guys. A cute little glass can Valentine's Day gift. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video on how we decorated our glass can. Nice, cute little Valentine's Day gift. I just added a little white tissue paper inside so it'll help you to better be able to see the design. But if you like what you've seen today, please do me a favor and hit that like button below. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I'd love to have you as a follower. And if you hit that gray bell, it'll let you know every time that I upload content. Content is uploaded on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And until we meet again, be blessed and thanks for watching.